Based on the trends of grower receivals the last couple of years, Mace is clearly going to be the most dominant variety grown in South Australia this year, probably more than 50% of the area. And that's quite good, and it's quite concerning from some respects. In terms of its performance, Mace is definitely one of the highest performing varieties, yield-wise and quality-wise, in South Australia, and it means growers have really latched onto a highly profitable variety. But at the same time, Mace is very susceptible to stripe rust, and growers just need to be very aware that that has to be monitored very carefully and vigilantly. So Mace will certainly be further adopted, but there are other varieties coming through at the moment through the breeding programs and being commercialised that will take some of the segment of Mace, and I'm talking specifically about Korach, which has been one of the leading varieties in national variety trials across South Australia for the last 2 years. Slightly higher yielding than Mace, but of lower quality, and that will be one variety that growers will have a lot of interest in. There's also Emu Rock, which is an Australian hard variety as well, but a little bit lower yielding than Mace. It will be of interest to growers. There are a couple of other varieties such as Trojan and Cobra, which are probably more adapted to the higher rainfall zones, the higher yielding areas of South Australia, and certainly there will be growers that will be looking at those varieties. The bulk of these varieties are Australian hard, so they fit the quality parameters we need. The bulk of these varieties have CCN, cereal earworm resistance, which is also important in South Australia, and they have good stem rust resistance, which has been an issue with some of our older varieties being susceptible, such as Yitpi. So these varieties cover off on a number of new aspects, and they will be taken up to some degree, but Mace will still continue to dominate for some time. The information on all these varieties can be found on the NVT Online website, nvtonline.com.au, but it's also encompassed within publications which SARDI put out each year, the harvest report, and that contains a lot of information, detailed information about yields, quality, where varieties specifically perform well, and I'd encourage growers to look at that as well.